Hi, it's Dr. Sandy Schirmers. We're going to talk about Tryptyr. A lot of you have asked me questions about this, so I have a wonderful person that's going to go through how it works, why it works, what the data shows. So let's show everybody here.
Okay. So what Tryptyr activates is that tryptamate receptor. It sits on your corneal sensory nerve. What happens is Tryptyr
Cornea is the most sensitive part of the body. It's the window of the eye. So this Tryptyr, it's called
Tryptyr, yes.
Tryptyr receptor?
It's a tryptamate receptor.
Tryptamate receptor.
Yeah,
What's tryptamate?
Tryptamate is actually a cold receptor, so
Okay.
it senses temperature changes on your cornea. And what happens is Tryptyr is administered, activating your trigeminal nerve, stimulating.
Trigeminal nerve is the fifth cranial nerve, which is in charge of motor and sensation, and corneal sensation is innervated by the fifth cranial nerve, the trigeminal nerve. And again, the cornea is the most sensitive part of the entire body. That's why people have sometimes terrible gritting, burning, pain, foreign body sensation.
Yes, so it's stimulating the lacrimal functional unit, and that stimulates your goblet cells, meibomian glands, and lacrimal glands to produce a basal tear. We are increasing natural tear production.
So that's from the lacrimal gland?
Yes, that's from the lacrimal gland.
Okay, so that's from the lacrimal gland. That's the gland under your bone of your upper kind of orbit. Okay, keep going.
What's really important, we did a phase 3B study, and we saw a 72% increase in your total tear lipids. So
that's the oil meibomian gland.
Yes, and your goblet cells. So this is...
And the goblet cells are the cells on the conjunctiva that mix the oil and water together, because oil and water doesn't mix. So this study that you're showing me is for the oil.
Yes.
Okay, got it. That's the meibomian gland.
So we saw a 72% increase in total tear lipids. So this is increasing your tear production, but also stabilizing your tear film. So it's reducing your evaporation rate.
Right, because you need the oil to protect the water from evaporation. Okay, that's helpful.
And then one thing that is really important too is this this staining that we have. So this is really speaking to your goblet cells. So we're seeing just a reduction in your conjunctival staining score over the course of 90 days, and it just continues.
Great. Was there a basically impression cytology with the conjunctiva, or just conjunctival staining?
Conjunctival staining is
so the goblet cells are crucial, as I mentioned, to mix the oil and water. So this is a good study to show that it's working as a neuromodulator.
Yes.
And when you say neuromodulator, let's just go back to this one here. It's really working at the corneal surface and the trigeminal nerve. Is that right?
Yes.
That's how you would explain it.
Yes.
So it's stimulating the cold receptors?
Yes, so that tryptamate receptor is that cold receptor.
Okay, got it. But it's working at the lipid layer and the water layer also?
Yes.
And you think it's working how? On the lipid? Do you guys know how it's working on the lipid layer and the oil layer?
Well,
it's not an anti-inflammatory.
It is. So, I mean, it's multifactorial, right? So we're by increasing those goblet cells in your meibomian glands, this is what's targeting that evaporation.
Okay, so you think it's... Okay, so the question... Maybe they don't know. What I would love to know is, how do the cold receptors on the cornea, which is working as a nerve, which makes sense to me, how do you prove that it's actually working at the meibomian gland level and the lacrimal gland level? Remember, the meibomian gland is in charge of the lipids, the lacrimal gland is in charge of the water. I don't know. We'll have to find out with time.
Definitely.
Okay, one more thing. So you don't need a Schirmers test to prescribe this per se. No. Okay, got it. But just dry eye situations.
Yes, dry eye spray,
and what percentage of patients feel better with the Tryptyr?
So we do have symptom data. We saw a reduction at day 28.
So that's almost a month.
That is what's statistically significant. At day 7, they felt better.
What are you looking at? You're looking at...
This is we did a Sandy score, so this is our symptom data.
Okay.
Yeah, so about a month, patients will start.
Do you know what's in the
significantly
Sandy
better.
score? Is it grittiness, foreign body sensation?
It's frequency and severity of dry eyes. I don't know the actual questions that they ask these patients.
Okay, so at day 7, some people felt better. But what does the numbers mean here? What do these mean?
This is from baseline. So this is the mean scores from baseline. So they scored out of 100, they were like 73 baseline, and they reduced 19
after 28 days.
Yes.
And are these two different studies?
They just did. This was in 2 different studies. So this is Comet 2 and Comet 3.
Okay, how many patients were in each one?
This says so Tryptyr 230 patients, and the vehicle was 235. So they're
so the blue is the Tryptyr and the gray is the vehicle?
Yes.
So it's improved in both studies by about 19 to 20. Is that a 22%? 22% or 22 points.
Yes.
Is there a percentage improvement? Do you know?
I'm not sure with that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
This was very helpful. Anything else I should know?
What you're going to do is, ask your doctor about it. Ask Dr. Schirmers about it. It's going to be every patient gets the first fill free no matter what. And then after that, if we send a prior authorization, it's either going to, run you about $0 to $30
Through BlinkRx?
Through BlinkRx.
Okay, got it. Great.
And then Medicare can be anywhere from 0 to 79.
Perfect. And I've had some patients that love it. I've had some patients that don't love it. So it's one of those things, there's no preservative. And so the possibilities it might help, it may not work for everybody, but the idea is that it's trying to help symptoms by working on your nerves, but there's no data to say that it rewires the nerves or makes them work better, right? It's just working to help the nerve function, make you feel better. Is that right? And it's not an anti-inflammatory, and it's not a healing cell. So that's the question of where it'll fit in. But the patients that I've had, the majority have had improvement, but it's not necessarily always the wow factor. And so we'll just see where it fits into the toolbox. So great. Thank you, everybody.